So be grateful for that piece of cake that he's trying to give you. The piece of it. And once he see how you do well with that, once he see how you accept that piece, then he will bless you with the whole cake. God gonna give you a little just to see what you're gonna do with it before he bless you with a lot. Don't let that go over your head. Hello everyone, welcome to part 2 of my testimony. I want to start off by giving God the glory, the honor, and the praise that he deserves, because without him, none of this would be possible. None of it. If you're in the business of looking for a home, or looking for a car, or looking for that job, or looking for your partner, your husband, your wife, whatever it is, and all the odds seems to be against you, like everything seems to be against you and nothing is in your favor, it feels like nearly impossible to be able to just reach that one goal you have for yourself, to accomplish that one dream, that one desire. It seems nearly impossible, but you have to remember, even in that time, God makes the impossible possible. When you're trying to reach that one particular place, or you're trying to do that one thing, keep going until it's done. Things will be sent to distract you. There will be trials and tribulations, but don't stop there. Keep going, because you always have to remember, if you're under attack, you're for a reason. A robber won't go into an empty house to rob it. A robber is going to go somewhere where he know he can find the goods at, where he know he'll hit that jackpot. So if you're facing trial after trial after trial, tribulations back to back, just know you got something in you, even if you can't see it right then, or just know that you may be just that much closer to your answer prayers. Don't give up on yourself, and don't give up on God, because he won't give up on you. With this testimony, I just want to go into details. Part 1, I talked about the things that we went through, because I wanted to let y'all know that even though you see the good and I posted the good, it was still trials and tribulations to go on with that. It was still hard times. It was still a lot of rainy days. It was a lot of crying, praying, fasting. It took a lot for me to get where I am. It did. So I wanted to just make a video, which I did in part 1, to just address the hard times, to let y'all know that this wasn't easy. It wasn't peaches and cream. It didn't just fall into my lap. We had to work to get to where we are. And a lot of times people think, you know, with just being a follower of God, oh, I'm following God, everything's okay. Who said that? Where you get that from? Because just because you're following God, that don't mean everything will be easy. You will still go through the same thing, but since you're following God, you will already know that God is fighting your battles. You will be able to put more things in his hands. You'll be able to move accordingly to his will. You'll be able to just understand it and look at the bigger picture, and not just what you see in front of you. Following God will open your heart and your mind to him and his will and his word, which will give you understanding. So when you're going through the trials and tribulations, so when you're in the rain, you won't give up. You won't go into depression. You won't let anxiety overcome you. You won't let those things get the best of you. In that time, you would know, oh, I'm going through this. I know God got my back. I know he have a bigger blessing in store for me. I know that this is not the end. That faith, that undeniable faith, that faith that, you know, as long as I keep praying and having faith and just knowing that God got my back and he will not leave or forsake me, I don't have too much more to worry about. That faith, oh, that you can't see or understand, delusional type faith, using your tongue for good, speaking the positively on your life. Just believe in all your heart, just like you believe if you got a partner, you believe in them and you believe that they're being faithful. You don't have no second guessing or no doubt about that. Have that same with God. Or you go to that job and you working every day hard for it, and you don't second guess or doubt that they will fire you one day. You don't think about none of that happening. You have that faith. That's faith. We have faith in little things like our car. We know that our car will get us to point A, point B, no problems. A lot of us, you know, sometimes we buy limits just to get to point A, point B. But you know that reliable car you bought that you know is gonna do what it's supposed to do. That house, you know that your house, the roof is going to stay strong and it's on a strong foundation. Like, we have faith in the little things and we move accordingly without worrying about the things that could happen. Have that same faith with God. Have faith in Him, knowing that whatever you're going through, oh, it may be rough, oh, that road may be long and dark, but yea, though you walk through the valley of the shadow of death, you won't fear no evil, because God is on your side. Have faith in God just like you have faith in the small things in your life. Because I had faith, because sometimes, you know, my faith overpowered my husband, and that's okay because we're a team and we became one. So whatever I got, he got, and I was able to hold us up. So because we had faith, we knew the power of prayer, and we used it when we're low and when we're high. And when we was high, we used prayer. We just know how powerful that is. Because of that, we were able to purchase our first home at the ages of 26 and 27. Beautiful, big home. So much room. I don't want to go into details about what I have, but let's just say it was more than what we was looking for. On 1 acre of land. It's hard to get that these days. Some land with the home. Yeah, we got that. God showed out now. He showed out for us. We started searching for our home back in, well, we was looking for a long time. We went through a lot of no's to get to this yes. So in October, once we finally got our yes and we started searching, we didn't have no money in our account. We probably had a couple $100, really nothing, because those $100 was just spent. It was just sitting there until it was spent, okay? So we really didn't have the money we needed to even look for a home, no savings. You know how people be like, oh, if you need to buy a house, you need to have this amount saved, you need to have this, right? We ain't have none of that. Nothing. So I need y'all to know that joy impossible can be possible as long as you have that faith in God. I need you to know that whatever it is, as long as you believe that it'll happen. And as long as whatever your plan is aligning with His will, can't nobody take that from you. Can't nothing happen. Can't no amount of no's stop the will of God for your life. Can't no amount of no's stop the plan that God has for you. No amount of no's. Even when it looks so foggy and dark and you just like, God, how? Help me. I don't know what to do. I'm so lost. I'm so confused. What is my next step? Just know, even in that time, God's promise for you will still come to pass. Because what's for you is for you, and can't nobody take it away from you. Nobody. If God said it's yours, it's yours. Sometimes the only thing we can do is delay ourselves from it, from trying to lean onto our own understanding instead of leaning onto God. So sometimes we can delay the process, but never stop it. We might have delayed our process, but it was never a no. We was looking for our home, had no money. We were searching, actively searching. We found our home on the first day. This is our home, but our realtor was just like, let's just keep looking just to make sure. But I already said, I was like, if this our home, God's gonna drop this price $10,000. Did we have the money to pay the amount they was asking for? No. We got approved for like $4,000 or $5,000 less than that. But I was like, let me tell you how good God is. If this is our home, God is going to take off $10,000 off the main purchase price. And it's going to be under. Right now it's over, but it's going to be under. My husband said, all right. I said, that's the deal now. He said, that's the deal. But we ain't tell nobody. It was just between us touching the agreement. And that was on a Monday. We went house shopping on that Tuesday. And that's when our realtor was like, I need at least $1,500 from y'all as your earnest money, so that we can let the lenders know that you're serious and that you're going to pay them back. We need that. Oh, we said, who? No problem. You need that now? And when we asked that, we didn't have that $1,500. We did not have that $1,500. We was confident with it. Oh, you need it now? She was like, oh no, we need it about 3 days if they accept your offer. I said, okay, we'll have it in. Y'all, that Wednesday, I got a call while I was out. My relative was like, y'all ready to move? And I was like, stop playing. stop playing with me right now. We're moving. Are you serious? Like, we're moving. She was like, yes, y'all ready to move? And I was like, of course. So that joy, because not only did they accept our offer, but they took $10,000 off. Oh, I forgot to let y'all know this part. We said they was gonna take $10,000 off and pay for our closing. So they deducted the price $10,000 and paid for our closing. That's $16,000. We ain't have to worry about off the rip. Almost $17,000 that was out of our head. Just that fast, because of the will of God. Because that God said it was ours already. So it's like, okay. So then she was like, yeah, we just need that $1,500. Money hit. We got the $1,500. Let me tell you this, warning, up front. Every time we needed money, God made it happen. Every time we needed money, God supplied us with that money. Every time. The money came right on time, we was able to pay it within the 3 days. Then we needed money for the inspection. We had enough money for the inspection. Now after that, don't ask us what our bank account was looking like, because it was looking like we were walking by faith and not by sight. That's what it was looking like. Everything was rolling. Going good, going smooth. Then we got some paper for the inspection. It was like a lot of work that needed to be done. We added up the cost. We was like, oh no, there's too much money that we want to spend on the home offer already. It's like, y'all gotta give us this now, or y'all can lose the $1,500. It's gonna stay with that place and y'all can't apply nowhere else. So then we're panicking. We're like, oh, not really panicking. We're just like, oh, we don't want to lose that money because we barely got money to be throwing away, especially not no $1,500. That is a lot in this economy. We turned it down. That happened that Friday night because we told them everything that we needed that Friday night, that we needed to be fixed. They wasn't willing to fix it, and so we turned it down. That's how it happened. We'll take another $10,000 off. We spoke to our lender. That would just decrease our mortgage by like $90. No. This morning they called us like, okay, if y'all pull through with the deal, they'll fix all y'all problems. They just said no. They just said, oh, we'll just take $10,000 off. When we said no and stood our ground, it didn't let nobody play over us. And even though we really wanted them, we wasn't desperate enough for them to use us, they came back and said they'll fix everything. Everything that we had on the list, they fixed. So they ain't take that $20,000 that you took out 10 and fixed all our problems, which would have cost more than that 10 they was trying to take out, honestly. We was just like, thank you, Jesus. Electrician, plumbing, everything getting done. Everything getting done by the glory of God. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Y'all still walk around my house right now because we have moved in, and I just give God the honor and the praise that He deserves because He showed out. He did his big one with this. So we going by, we getting stuff done, paperwork done. Y'all know the process. And I reached out to my realtor. She was just like, I just want to let y'all know, this is the easiest home process. This is the easiest home process that I've done in a while, because I'm doing one right now. We're going through the back and the forth and the seller versus buyer. We just going through so much, and y'all, we barely need to talk. Everything is working out because it was already a part of God's will, y'all. When it's for you, can't nobody take it from you, and God don't make it hard. If it's hard, if it's confusing, it just don't make sense, it is not coming together, it's not from God, okay? Because trust me, when it's for Him, it just comes so easily. It just flows so easily. Now, don't get it confused when I say the trials and tribulation. Now, that's hard, okay? The leading up to that point. But once you're at that point and in the process of receiving your blessing, that will flow and come easily. Yeah, all of that was coming easily. We get the lender was like, oh, we need $8,000 from y'all. Still kind of impossible, but God made it possible. Neither one of us was working. Gotta make that clear. Neither one of us was working. And God blessed us. God bless others to bless us. That time when you want to be independent, in that time when you don't really want to rely on nobody and you just want to figure it out yourself, you can be missing out on your blessings by being stubborn. Because a lot of times God may use other people to bless you. He may bless somebody else with a bonus on their job and they have the money, and all you got to do is put that pride aside and ask, and they can bless you with what God blessed them with. But if you're trying to figure things out and doing everything on your own, and you feel like you will only receive a blessing if you stress yourself out and be so independent to get there, you can be holding yourself back. So because we put our pride aside and we ask for help, thank God for our village, because they came in clutch. Thank God for our village. Anybody we called and asked, yes. How much? We got y'all. Huh? You need this? Yeah. Every time. Every time God was blessing others, filling up their cup so much to the point where it was overflowing, and it filled ours. So put that pride to the side. You don't know who God is using to bless you. I have to say that, because I was the one that was, I'll figure it out. If I don't figure it out, it just won't be done. No, you don't have to figure everything out. Lean on God. He will figure it out, and then whatever he tell you to do, do it. Put your pride aside, even if it make you uncomfortable. It's a part of the growth. Don't hold yourself back. So because I allowed myself to open up and just be vulnerable, I was able to receive the blessings that God had blessed others with. So God bless others, bless us, and we're here. So we got it started off with 8, and then like that Saturday, we closed that Monday. That Saturday, we got a text message from the lender saying, oh, I'm sorry, y'all, something happened with the numbers. We're going to need 10,000. We just did all of this to get this 8. And now y'all need 10. Y'all telling us this Saturday, 2 days before. We was like, is that the final number? They was like, oh no, that's the estimate. We was on edge, but thank God he still allowed our business to come through for us. That Monday, they was like, final numbers. They supposed to give us 3 days, but they didn't. They waited till an hour before our closing time at 1 o'clock. Our closing time was at 2. They waited till when it was like, oh, we need $10,765. So they needed close to almost $1,000 more than what we had. Y'all just told us 10. We got that. Now y'all need $765 more. An hour before closing. Gotta be honest. My husband just like, babe, I don't know. We don't ask too many people for money. I don't really like doing this anyway. This too much. You think we need to go through with it? I don't know. He was just uneasy. Like they took the excitement out of it. But I know that was just the devil trying to steal our joy. Me and him even had some words back and forth on the day that was so special, full of happy memories. The enemy was trying to sneak in and divide us. So even though he was feeling like that, I still respected his feelings. I still allowed him to vent. But then I already knew that God had in the order, because if it wasn't for us, he wouldn't have blessed us to get the money. Because at this point we had the money. My husband just don't like the fact that we had to ask for it so much. But God allowed us to still receive the money. Even though we had to do a lot of things we weren't uncomfortable with. And we signed everything and got the keys to our home. I would never do a house tour because this is our home. You know, I don't want nobody being too nosy. But I just want y'all to know how amazing God is. How powerful he is. We went from looking for a house with basically $0 to $10,765 later in our home, where neither one of us was working or had any money previously saved up to move. God made it possible. This was all his doing. Glory be to him. None of this was because of me. None of this was because of my husband. None of this was because of my family. It all was because of God. God started it all, which blessed my family to bless us and to bless us to get to this point where we're able to receive our home. So if you're looking for a house right now, if you're looking for that car, you don't know where the money gonna come from. If you're looking for that job and you just can't figure out how you're going to get there or how you're going to get these things, it's not for you to figure out. It's not for you to worry about. Let God do his part. And then when he speaks to you, you move according to what he says. Ask God to align your plan with his will. Because sometimes we try to take our own road with God. Like, I need you to stay straight. You trying to go left. I need you to stay straight. So ask God to lead you while aligning your plan with his will, so that you can go on the right path. So that you won't try to do things on your own and instead on his. You got this. Don't give up on yourself. If you want it, it's yours. And you have to believe that. Don't let that doubt come in and play tricks on you in your mind. Don't focus so much on the impossible when you forget that anything is possible with God. Don't let don't let the enemy come play tricks with your mind that will have you feeling down and out, sad, depressed, and worried. Don't allow him to do that to you. Stand firm. Pray, pray, pray. We feel like you don't pray begging. Pray giving God thanks for what he's already done, even though you don't see it. Pray giving God thanks for what he's already done. Pray with gratitude. Pray with purpose. Pray with thankfulness. Not, God, I need this right now. God, I need this. God, I need this. Can you help me get this? I need this. Don't pray with begging. Don't pray and beg. Be grateful for the little that you have. Be grateful for the little, and a lot of overflow to come in. So when you pray, you got to understand the power of prayer and know that the blessings will overflow once you put that faith behind it, that hope and that faith together with that prayer and fasting. Let me tell you, you can't be beat. It runs to his word. A lot of things that you're looking for and searching for, trying to understand, is in this open book, his ebook, the Bible. Run to that. If you don't know where to start in the New Testament and just read. And before you read, ask God for understanding of his word and to open your heart and mind to receive it, to receive his word, and to fix your heart posture as he do so. Because when I first started my walk, I was just reading the Bible. And then I go through stories and I'm like, I'm going through this same thing. What in the world? You ain't the only one that have been through it. You're not the only one going through what you're going through right now. And God delivered them from it, and he can deliver you from it as well. You got this. Don't give up on yourself. And when I say be grateful for the little things, God may give us a piece of cake just to see what we're going to do with it. Just to see if we're going to be grateful for it. But if you reject it because you're looking at the bigger picture and you want the whole cake, and you reject the little small slice that he tried to give you, God gonna step back until you're ready. We have to be grateful for the little things. Sometimes our mind with this world is on overload. Oh, I need this. I need it this way. I need this amount of money. I need this, that. And we get so sidetracked to the point where we forget about the little things and the gratefulness and the things that came with the little, the gratitude, his peace, his favor. We forget about that. We're wanting more instead of sitting back, relaxing, and being grateful for what we have. I love y'all, and I just wanted to use this for motivate. This video is motivation. Don't give up. Lean on God, not on yourself.